Alrighty, hello everybody. So nice of you to join me today. I see everybody's congregating toward the edges, as per usual. This is my second year in a row giving what I like to call the last session of the conference on Friday, late morning when everybody's barely alive, coming off of the party last night. So this is great. I hope you guys are as into it as I am. We're going to be doing an introduction to desktop analytics. This is actually a repeat session from one we did earlier this week. Just by a quick show of hands, how many of you guys are familiar with Windows Analytics, which is our currently in-market product? Awesome. How many of you guys are using that at your companies? Alrighty. And then how many of you have heard of desktop analytics, what we've been announcing all week this week? Awesome. That's great. So it's good that most of you guys have a little bit of context here. What I want to do is just kind of provide a high-level overview of kind of what we were thinking when we built this thing, kind of our methodology behind the way we're continuing to develop it, and then do a quick demo so you kind of know what you're working with once we release the product. So just to start out, there was some good familiarity with Windows Analytics, but just to give a quick recap, Windows Analytics is a free cloud solution that's comprised of 3 components. We call them upgrade readiness, update compliance, and device health. The upgrade readiness piece is going to be the one that's going to allow you to move from Windows 7 to Windows 10 and then stay current with those Windows 10 feature updates. Update compliance is going to be for once you get to Windows 10, you'll be able to monitor your devices, make sure that they always pick up the latest quality and security patches and that they stay secure and compliant. And then lastly, device health is going to be the solution that's kind of more ongoing monitoring. We're going to be looking for things like device crashes, driver and app crashes, and basically help you identify some of these issues proactively instead of sitting around waiting for a support call. So you can basically stay on top of these device issues. One thing to call out for Windows Analytics, I did say it's a free solution. The device health component does have a license requirement. So you'll roughly need Windows E3 or higher. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can get that entitlement, though. We spell it out for you very clearly in the documentation. So we've had Windows Analytics in the market for a couple years. We've been getting a lot of feedback on it, and we've been doing a lot of research in terms of what's delaying deployments, what takes so long to do an OS upgrade. And we know that Windows Analytics is a good step in the right direction in terms of providing data to help make upgrades a little smoother. But we wanted to really understand, what are the real blockers? Where can we move the needle in terms of making upgrades smoother and more effective for you? So we've done a couple surveys. These are the high-level responses of what we found when we ask, what's taking you so long to deploy Windows in Office? And so we kind of bubbled everything up into these 4 buckets that you see on the screen here. Basically, we hear very few people are taking a data-driven approach to app and device compatibility. And what that means is whenever we release a new operating system, you've got a whole laundry list of applications and hardware types and drivers, and you're wanting to go manually test each and every one of those in all combinations. That's very time and labor intensive. So that's something that's, gonna, in order to get all of those boxes checked, it's gonna take a long time. The second piece is lack of understanding in how we really operationalize device rings. So how do we do this phased rollout where, I start with early adopters going first, and then I use the information coming back from those devices to inform the rest of my rollout. This is going to allow you to move quicker, but we don't see, we're finding that there's just not a lot of understanding of how to best operationalize that model. Number 3, limited guidance in terms of how we prioritize and mitigate issues with what we call line of business or custom applications. So we often hear a lot of, the third-party apps, the commercial off-the-shelf applications, they tend to work, but I've got a whole bunch of legacy applications. They were written long before I joined the company or, 20 years ago. Nobody's really touched them since. We're all kind of afraid to touch them. We might not even have the source code. So we need them to keep working, but we really can't do much to make sure that happens. So there's been limited guidance in terms of what we do with those, simply because Microsoft can't test them. We don't have access to them. And we don't find them anywhere else in the ecosystem because they belong only to you. And then the last piece, of course, is just gaps in support statements from the third-party vendors. So, you guys want the confidence that the vendors are going to support their software, If there's a problem, they're going to go fix it. And there are some major gaps in the ecosystem. So what we've done is we've tried to tackle all 4 of these head on. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking through the improvements we're making in each one of these areas, and then we'll talk about how all of these kind of come together into the new desktop analytics. So let's start with the risk-balanced, data-driven approach to compatibility. This slide here kind of gives you a high-level view of our methodology when we build analytics products. This is basically our North Star charter of what we do when we build tools like desktop analytics. We start by giving you a comprehensive inventory of what you're working with in your organization. And that sounds simple, but in a lot of cases, we find that it can be a shock. People don't realize just how many applications are in their estate. There might be users that are installing things you had no clue were on their boxes. People might be, have legacy software. It's been in the image for 5, 10 years. It's no longer being used. There's a lot of stuff out there, and we want to start by bringing that all to you in one place so you can see exactly what you're working with. From there, we're going to help you prioritize which ones of those really matter. So we know that a lot of times when we think about applications that are important to the business, it's usually just a list on the back of an envelope or an Excel spreadsheet floating around somewhere, kind of tribal knowledge of, oh, we know this app matters. Finance uses this app. I think HR uses this one. But what we don't have is the data to back up those determinations. Somebody's told us, yes, this app is important, but is anybody really using it? So that's where we step in, and we try and give you the data to understand what's truly critical to the organization, what's important, and then what's not so important. And so by going through and helping you rationalize your estate of assets, things like applications, Office add-ins, macros, drivers, we're able to help you make more informed decisions when it comes to upgrade time. Step number 3 there, we're going to help you actually validate these critical applications and assets. So once you've identified which ones matter, we're going to help you make sure that they're good to go. And that's going to be through things like ready for Windows, which is now ready for modern desktop. It'll be through some of the telemetry data that we're gathering and sharing with you through desktop analytics. And it'll also be through tools like our App Health Analyzer, which we'll talk about in just a second. And then finally, we're going to help you set up those rings so that you can leverage pilots for broader validation. So you're not having to go in and manually test every scenario in all of your assets. You'll be able to test the critical ones and then use your pilot group to validate the rest of the not so critical workflows. Next piece is all about the deployment and servicing of a modern workplace. So this is where our workflow comes in. And if you're familiar with upgrade readiness, this workflow is going to look very familiar. It's the exact same workflow we're using in desktop analytics. This is the featured 3-step workflow we have in what we call a deployment plan. We're going to start with our prepare step, which is going to be all about getting that deployment plan set up. You're going to express intent to upgrade, which devices you're going to upgrade, where you're going to upgrade them to, and then we're going to help you get those devices ready to go. Once you are able to unblock your first set of adopters, that pilot group, we're going to help you roll out that pilot, and then we're also going to help you monitor to make sure that those upgrades are landing. Now, the great piece between prepare and pilot there that we're adding in desktop analytics is going to be this concept of a pilot recommendation. So by a show of hands, how many of you guys have some sort of a pilot or early adopters group at your company today? Okay, that looks like most of you. Now, of those hands, how many of those pilot groups are basically just the IT department, or what I like to call friends and family? It's basically the people closest to you that you can get them out of a bind if something breaks, right? Well, that's not representative of your company, right? You're representing the IT department's interests, but what about HR? What about finance? So what we're trying to do here is help you get a more representative pilot group so that you're able to get deeper insights and learn how the new build is actually going to work in your organization. And then lastly, once we get those pilot devices upgraded and we start getting the signals back from those devices, we're going to use that information to help you with your broad deployment. So we'll be able to give you even deeper insights about what's working, what's not working in your specific company. So in terms of what we're doing on some of these line of business or custom applications that you guys are telling us are a pain point, we've got 2 tools that we've built to help you out there. On the Office side, we're building what we call the Readiness Toolkit for Office. How many of you guys are familiar with the Readiness Toolkit today? Anybody using that? Alrighty, handful. So this tool is currently available on-prem. What we're doing is integrating it with desktop analytics so that we can give you even deeper information, specifically about the macros found within your organization. Are macros a pain point for anybody in here? Yep, quite a bit. So we often hear that in the context of an Office upgrade, it's your add-ins and your macros that are going to cause you pain. And historically, we've not been able to give you a lot of information about macros, simply because they're often custom. Somebody just live in a file. Somebody wrote a few lines of code, and that's their macro. That's a critical workflow. With the Readiness Toolkit, we're going to be able to scan through your files and see if they're macro-enabled, see if anybody's written code, VB code in those files, and we're going to be able to determine if that code is at risk in the context of an upgrade. So we'll be looking for things like, is it calling an API that's no longer supported, or an API that's been deprecated or changed, and we'll be able to give you a risk indicator as to how risky we think this particular device is in terms of the macros that it's using. On the Windows side of things, we have built what we call the App Health Analyzer, or the AHA tool. And so again, we know that there has always been ways that we can give you insights about the commercial off-the-shelf third-party applications, but those custom line of business apps have always really been a blind spot. And so we know a lot of you guys have been looking for a solution on how do I get more information about my custom apps. We think that AHA is going to be a great answer to that question. What we do is when you run this tool on a device, it's going to take all of these things in this outside ring here and scan the applications for those risk indicators. So for instance, if you have an application that has 16-bit components, or VB6 dependencies, maybe it's calling deprecated APIs, it's got a .NET framework that's really outdated, we're going to be able to flag this for you and call it out as either high, medium, or low risk based on how risky we think that signal is in the context of your particular upgrade. So even though we don't have access to your application, you're not going to be getting any broader ecosystem signals from other companies using it, we can still give you some information about how risky we think the app is based on what it's doing on the box. The next piece, this is going to be our piece about support statements, where we often hear, I really need that confidence to know that, insert vendor here is going to support me if their application or driver or Office add-in breaks. What we do for that is called Ready for Windows. Is anybody familiar with Ready for Windows today? Awesome. So that's integrated into Windows Analytics. So some of you may be using it without even really realizing it. And what we've announced this week is that we're rebranding Ready for Windows as Ready for Modern Desktop. So we're expanding it to include more than just Windows applications. We're also going to be bringing in things like Office add-ins. And you'll be able to see not only third-party support statements about these applications and these add-ins, you'll also be able to see information about the ecosystem at large, such as these adoption statuses you see on the screen. So you'll be able to get a little bit of confidence knowing that the solutions you're using are also being used heavily in the rest of the ecosystem. And we'll be able to tell you if we're detecting a large number of crashes or issues with those applications or add-ins. So this is just a great way to say, am I the first one deploying this application on this new build of Windows? No, it's highly adopted. There's already 100,000 installs. So somebody's already using it. It's working for them. That should be a confidence booster that it'll work for us as well. So with those ideas in mind, with those 4 principles, we'd like to introduce Desktop Analytics. And so this is our new tool. It's very similar to Windows Analytics in the sense that it's going to be a cloud-based solution, and it's going to help you make data-driven decisions on how to best manage the devices in your organization. Now, some of the major highlights here, we're taking everything you know and love about Windows Analytics, and we're bringing it all into a single pane of glass. So instead of jumping between those 3 solutions, that upgrade readiness, update compliance, and device health, Everything will be together in the one single pane of glass. And we're also bringing in the Office insights as well. That was a big piece of feedback we always heard in the Windows Analytics time was, I manage Office the same way I manage Windows. It's a very similar process. Why can't we do them together? We're going to help you with that pilot ring creation. And this one's huge. This is the piece where historically we've always put out the guidance that you should find a group of early adopters or a pilot group. Upgrade them first, and then go broad after it works for the pilot group. But we've never been terribly prescriptive about how you identify that pilot group. And that's what's led to the friends and family model that I like to talk about. So we're going to try and get you out of that mindset, where instead of trying to get as many low-risk people as possible into your pilot group, we want to challenge that assumption and say, you may not need as many devices in your pilot as you think, you just need the right devices. And I'll show you what we mean when we look at the tool. Of course, we're bringing in those Office Readiness Toolkit and App Health Analyzer insights to give you more information about those apps that have historically been a blind spot to us. And then, of course, deep integration with your management tools, with Configuration Manager, so that you're actually able to take action on the insights presented in the portal. So the way I like to describe this piece is desktop analytics is kind of like the recipe. It's basically a cookbook. And then Configuration Manager is the chef. So desktop analytics is going to give you the steps to take. Configuration Manager actually takes action on the boxes. Now, before we jump into a demo, we have to talk about the fun topic of how we get this information. And since our tool, Desktop Analytics, is completely agentless, you don't need to install any sort of agent or client on the box. We're using the standard Windows telemetry pipeline. It's a component built into the operating system. These here are going to be your requirements in terms of what you need to turn on, what settings you need to tweak in order to get the data back. On the left-hand side there, you'll notice for Windows telemetry, you get a choice between the basic telemetry level and the enhanced telemetry level. Basic is going to be just your raw inventory of what's on the boxes and a little bit of readiness information, if any of those items are blocked. Once we step up to enhanced, we're able to enrich that quite substantially. We give you usage information. So instead of just seeing install counts, you can see how many people are actually launching the application. So just because it's installed doesn't mean anybody's actually using it. We're able to give you richer deployment signals. So when a deployment fails, we can give you failure codes, what went wrong, help you troubleshoot. And then also the health metrics that you're going to see in just a minute in terms of devices that are crashing, apps that are crashing. We can only give you those at the enhanced telemetry level. Now, we do give you the ability, as of Windows 10 version 1709, to limit what data gets sent at that enhanced telemetry level. So definitely encourage you to check that out. There's tons of documentation on what exactly gets collected, how it gets collected, and you can make an informed decision there. On the Office side of the house, you will need to make sure that click-to-run telemetry is turned on once you're on Office ProPlus. And then, of course, for the additional insights that we talked about, the macro information, as well as the AHA signals for your Windows applications, you will need to run the separate toolkits, the Office Readiness Toolkit and your App Health Analyzer. We're going to recommend that you run the Office Readiness Toolkit on any device that could potentially be using macros. For the App Health Analyzer, most of that information is highly redundant, so we're only going to need you to run it on a subset of your devices. We're typically going to recommend your pilot group. If you do optimize that pilot group based on our recommendation, that'll get you the full coverage you need of all those applications. So with that, let's jump over to a demo here. I'm going to switch to this box, and we're going to try to do this live. So everybody hold your breath. And here we go. So first thing to call out, this is pre-release software, so it could be a little wonky. We are still actively developing this tool. But what you're looking at is our desktop analytics portal. So if you were in some of the keynotes early on in the week, you might have heard about some of the work we're doing around bringing everything M365 into the Azure portal and basically creating these dashboards based on persona. And so one of the personas, one of the dashboards that we're building is what we call our Device Management Admin Center, which is devicemanagement.microsoft.com. that's where desktop analytics is going to live. So it's going to live right beside all of your other desktop management tools. And if you have access to that device management admin center, you'll be granted access to desktop analytics. So looking at our dashboard, we're going to see some very similar insights to what we saw in some of the Windows Analytics solutions around, what's my security update breakdown, what's my feature update breakdown, where is my organization at in terms of Windows and Office? Are we, mostly 1803, mostly 1709? Do we still have some Windows 7? All sorts of stuff like that. And then across the middle here, you'll just see the high-level counts of number of devices, number of applications, Office apps, and Office add-ins that we've detected in your company. If you click into this, I won't do it right now, but when you click in, you're able to get the raw data for every single one of those items. You can go through, you can search, you can sort, you can filter, etc. So let's jump into security updates real quick here. And when I load this, what we're going to see is some really rich user interface here. This is, worlds ahead of what we had in Windows Analytics in terms of visualizations. So what we're looking at here is for my 1803 devices, what security update are they on? And we can kind of see the uptake of the new security updates coming in. So for instance, let's say your boss comes to you and says, hey, I heard there was a security vulnerability that's fixed with the, what are we in, September security update. How are we doing on adoption? You can come in and show this chart that says, here's where the update became available, and this is how quickly we dropped off of the vulnerable patch. Right, so you're actually able to see your uptake, and hopefully our idea is that over time, as you get good at this motion of upgrading every 6 months with your feature updates, you'll be able to see your adoption picking up quicker and quicker. In terms of security updates, obviously we're showing the last couple in the sediment chart here. For feature updates, we're going to give you an 18-month trailing window for your sediment chart. So you're actually going to be able to watch your uptake across at least 3 versions of Windows 10 feature updates. Jumping back out to my home page here, the next thing I want to talk about is this concept of a deployment plan. So let's jump in here. Well, that's always fun. So what we've done, we got the feedback in Windows Analytics quite often that, we have all of this data in the tool. There's a ton of data in there. I'm able to see all my devices at once. But that's not how I manage devices. Right? I'm never going to push an upgrade to all, X thousand number of devices. I'm going to break it up by, business group, by geography, however we're going to do it. And it's typically going to be based on existing config manager collections. So what we've done is we've created this concept of a deployment plan where I can come in here and I can define a particular set of devices that I want to move to a particular version of Windows and or Office, and then we'll ring fence those devices so that you can plan and manage the upgrade on that specific set. And you'll be able to deal with the inventory of assets on that set of devices, and you'll be able to make decisions specific to those collections. So maybe HR has different important applications than finance. That's all possible now in desktop analytics. So if I create a plan here, we'll call it my new plan. I'm able to select whether I want to do Windows and Office together, or just Windows, just Office, and then which version. And then I'll be able to select which config man collections I want to use as part of this deployment plan. So we've already got the collections built. All we have to do is sync them up, and then you'll be able to select, let's say I want my 1709 computers, or I want a particular department. Whichever collections you're looking for, you set those as your target groups. Then you have the ability to define a set of readiness rules. These are just going to be settings in terms of, do I want to make any tweaks to these boxes? I'll give you a couple good examples. Are we going to move from Office 32 to 64-bit? Are we going to leave deprecated apps installed? What's our threshold? What's our tolerance for when we want to start ignoring applications? So if an application or an Office add-in is installed on less than 2% of devices, should we ignore it? Or is 2% too high, too low? We can tweak that. So we can say, for Office add-ins, maybe we need it to be installed on less than 5% of devices for us to ignore it. But when it comes to Windows applications, we want to be 1.5%. We want to be a little more conservative there. It's got to be very lowly installed in order for us to ignore it. So you get that flexibility. Then you can come in, you set a target completion date, and then you click create. Now, it is going to take a little bit of time to process, so I'm going to jump into a different deployment plan we've already created so that we can take a look at what that's going to look like. So let's come on in, and let's jump in here. So here's a deployment plan that we've got created. You're able to see that we have a certain number of devices. In this case, it's about 110,000. And of those, we've got about 80,000 already upgraded. And so this is a very large deployment plan. In most cases, you'll probably be working with much smaller sets. You're able to see how you're doing in terms of trending toward your target completion date, as well as toward the end of support. So since we've got very clearly defined support windows for all of these builds, we're going to show you how many days you have left, so you can kind of realize what your runway is in terms of getting your devices onto these new builds. And then once you're there, how much time are you going to have to stay on that build? We're then going to show you down here at the bottom. This is that same workflow we talked through in the slides. You'll start with prepare, move on to pilot, and then move to deploy. And then you'll notice on the right-hand side, we break each one of these down into a series of sub-steps. So in prepare, the first thing we're going to ask you to do is go through your list of assets on these devices and decide which ones are going to be important to you and which ones are not important. Now, this is a one-time process. We don't want you to have to do this every single time you upgrade to a new feature update. We know there might be changes, so you can certainly go in and make tweaks to it. But the idea is once you define your set of important apps, those are the applications that we're always going to help you validate and make sure that are good to go before we move. And then the rest, we're going to kind of set aside, and we're going to let the pilot do the validation for you. We're going to kind of test them in production. Now, the coolest piece, this is the piece I'm most excited about in the new tool, is going to be our pilot recommendation. And so what we've done here is we've developed this algorithm that's going to analyze all of the devices in your fleet, and we're going to help you find a set of devices that gives you good coverage of all of the important applications, office add-ins, macros, drivers, etc. in your organization, as well as the different hardware types, so makes and models. So we're going to make sure that if you accept our recommendation, not only do you have good coverage, but you've also got a sufficient level of redundancy of all of those important assets, so that if somebody goes on vacation or somebody leaves the company, you can still get the coverage you need without having to bring additional devices in all the time. So you'll notice we have our little chart. In this particular plan, I've already got 779 devices configured for my pilot, and this is probably my existing pilot group. This is the friends and family. You'll notice that we have 779 devices, but only half of our important assets are covered, 48%. And of those, only 15% actually have enough redundancy to give us statistically significant conclusions. However, if I add these additional 628 devices, this is our recommendation, we're going to fill out the coverage, we'll get to our full 100% coverage, and we're going to add 69% redundancy. So we'll end up with a total of, where would we be? About 85% redundancy. So 85% of these important assets would have enough coverage to give us statistically significant conclusions. So we'd be able to test all of these critical scenarios in our pilot without having to do a bunch of manual validation. Now, if we look at these together, the 779 I've already configured plus the 628, we're looking at a pilot group size, of roughly 1,400 there. But remember, this is 110,000 devices in this deployment plan. Does 1,400 devices out of 110,000 seem like an unreasonable pilot size? It's actually, in my mind, that's a really small set that's going to give us this level of coverage and redundancy across that entire fleet of devices. So this is kind of the mindset we want to move toward in terms of setting up rings and validating builds early. Instead of just picking devices and calling them early adopters, if we're smart about it, we can draw fantastic conclusions without getting large sets of the company having to upgrade early. Jumping back out here to our deployment plan. Once we do that, we're going to help you get those pilot devices ready to upgrade. So we're going to go through and show you any of the blocking issues on those devices. So if there are applications that we know are going to prevent you from upgrading, we'll help you unblock those. And then if there are any applications that you know are broken, you can put them in the tool as well and make sure you block devices that have those applications installed until you're able to get a fix in. Once you do get a fix in, we're going to give you the ability to directly in the tool indicate what that fix is, and then when it comes time to upgrade, that note that you put in there, that remediation action, is going to be sent directly to your ConfigMan admin through the ConfigMan client so that they can take the action you've indicated. So for instance, if I look at an item here, and let's look for one that, we'll try this one right here. So if I look at this, and I say, we're ready to upgrade this app, but we know there's an issue with it, we need to change the version, we need to update it, we need to remove it, whatever it may be, I can then add my remediation here. I'll say, uninstall before upgrade, and then save this. And then these devices that have this app installed will be ready to upgrade, contingent upon this action being taken. And we'll surface that to you in the ConfigMan console so that you're able to take that action as part of your task sequence or proactively before you roll out, etc. Jumping back to our dashboard here, the next piece we'll look at is our step 2, which is going to be all about our pilot. So after we get those devices unblocked and we start the rollout, we'll be able to see the deployment status coming back in. How many of those upgrades were successful? Were there any failures? If so, we can drill in, take corrective action. We'll give you the failure code as well as the steps we recommend you take to get yourself unblocked. And then we can start to look at the assets that are on track for an upgrade decision. So what we're seeing in here is we did that pilot, we upgraded some of those devices early, and now we're getting health signals back from those devices. We're seeing things like app crashes, app hangs, app usage, and we're able to make determinations about whether those applications are ready to upgrade because you ran that pilot. Specifically in your organization, how is this application doing? So let's jump into a couple of these here. So let's say I look at this guy. We're able to see all of our compatibility risk factors that we remember from Windows Analytics, such as the ready for Windows status here, as well as if there's a known issue. You're also able to see the AHA insights. So if you've run the AHA tool, you'll be able to see if any of those red flags were tripped for this particular application. And then the awesome part is you're actually going to be able to see the health status in your specific company for this application. So we're going to compare the pre-upgrade and the post-upgrade. We'll show you in terms of sessions and in terms of devices what your crash rates are. And then we're also going to indicate what the commercial average is. So taking all these signals together, we're going to calculate what we're calling a health status. And in this case, that status is meeting goals. In the case where we see a significant spike in crashes, or you're significantly higher than the commercial average, or we have reason to believe that something might be wrong, we'll call it attention needed. And you'll be able to drill in and see what the problem is. And then you'll be able to go investigate and take corrective action. Now, on the Office side of things, we'll give you very similar information. So let's jump into one of these guys. And you'll see the same thing. You'll see usage information in terms of crashes by device, crashes by session, and of course you'll also, in the macro side of things, see your readiness toolkit insights, just like we saw for the AHA insights. The other great piece, and let me jump back to applications real quick, is when I click into these, I can also see at the bottom a breakdown by version, so I can understand, is there maybe a better version I should use that would give us fewer crashes? I can also see the top issues that are occurring for this application, as well as any recent crashes. And so this will show you the device names, the makes and models that it's crashed on recently. So if you want to go drill in and do some manual investigation, it's a perfect place to start. We're going to show you the ones that have crashed most recently, and that's where you get started troubleshooting. Jumping back out of here. Let's go back to our deployment plan homepage, and we'll jump down to deploy. So once we get through that pilot, once we get those devices upgraded, we work through any deployment issues, and then we start to rationalize the signals coming back from those applications. Once we get to a point where we've signed off on all of those important and critical applications, we're going to be able to start our actual production rollout to our broader set of devices. So we'll be able to see the number of devices that are ready for production, and of course, you got your connection with Config Manager so that you can take that information and actually push it out so you can get the upgrade on those boxes. Just like we did with the pilot group, we're then going to be able to take a look at any deployment alerts. So if the deployment fails, we'll give you the error code and we'll give you the recommendation on how you take corrective action. And then lastly, we're going to give you the ability to monitor any health alerts. So this is kind of that ongoing, I was reasonably confident, we got all of our ducks in a row, we started the upgrade, now I want to make sure that everything's working as expected. If it's not, we'll call it out to you in here, and you'll be able to click in, see which applications are causing you problems. So for instance, it looks like we've seen a huge spike in crashes with this particular application that I will keep nameless. And you see we jumped from 0.7% to 33% in terms of sessions, and similarly 1.2 to 25% in terms of devices. Now we're right at the commercial average in both cases. So this probably isn't a problem specific to us, but that huge spike in crashes is also probably not something we want to put our users through. So what we can do in here is we'd be able to come in, change this upgrade decision to unable to upgrade, and then that's going to stop the rollout of this new build to any device that has this particular application installed. So that signal gets sent to ConfigMan, and we'll make sure that these devices, we're going to hold off on upgrading them until you're able to take corrective action, figure out what's wrong. Maybe you need a new version, maybe you need some sort of a patch, maybe there's something else that needs to happen on the devices to make this application work the way it should. So let me jump back to our PowerPoint here. Got a few more slides just to wrap things up. And we're going to skip past all of our slide demo because the live demo worked. So in terms of call to action, what can you do today? At the beginning of the session, most of you guys indicated that you're already using Windows Analytics, or at least you're familiar with it. So if you are a Windows Analytics customer, continue using it. Keep benefiting from it. It's certainly still a supported solution. It's generally available. It's in market. Definitely keep using it to get to Windows 10 and keep current with your feature updates. We're definitely committed to making that transition to desktop analytics smooth and easy. So don't feel like, oh, desktop analytics is coming, I don't need to get onto Windows Analytics. The best advice I can give you is to get onto Windows Analytics, keep using Windows Analytics. The next thing, if you're not using the enhanced limited telemetry level, we know a lot of you guys, when you first got onto Windows Analytics, you signed up for the basic telemetry level, because back in the day, that was the requirement for upgrade readiness. Start having that discussion. We know in a lot of companies, that discussion with your InfoSec team or with the security folks can take a while. We want to make sure that you're able to benefit from the full set of insights as soon as they're available. So review the document for what's in that enhanced limited telemetry level. Kick off that discussion, that review internally. Let us know how we can help make that happen for you. Last one, make sure you're staying current on SCCM. My colleague Matt, in his session the other day, said this as well as I can. It was amazing. He said, if you're going to go fast with Windows and Office, you got to go fast with ConfigMan. That's so true. So make sure that you're staying on that current branch of ConfigMan. All of our cool integrations that we talked about with desktop analytics are going to be built into the current branch. So if you're on 1806, if you're on an earlier version, you're not going to be able to benefit until you get to 1810. So make sure you make that happen as soon as it comes out. If you're new to analytics, make sure you continue educating yourself on how a data-driven upgrade process can help you. This session is a great start. We've got a bunch of other great content from this week, as well as content we have from the past. I'll put up some links in just a second. You can snap a picture. Great places to get going. And then also, same thing we said above, make sure you start that discussion internally, because we know for some of you guys it can be a bit of a challenge to get through whatever change management process you may have to work through. Get going on analytics. The best way to prepare for desktop analytics is to get onto Windows Analytics today. I can't overstate that. If you can go through that process of enrolling, signing up, getting your devices configured, getting them to send data, making sure that your network's open, that everything works, then once desktop analytics is available, it's going to be one click and everything slides right over. You don't want to have to go through that months-long process once desktop analytics is available. So make sure you get going today. Resources for you. So these are some awesome links. Let you take a picture. The slides will also be posted. WA Get Started is our Get Started guide for Windows Analytics. It'll walk you through how to get going, set up your workspace, all that fun stuff. Analytics Info is going to be our blog. It's basically just a bunch of technical resources. We post PowerPoint decks, we post conference recordings, we post videos that we've done, all sorts of good content there. Also a lot of good content you can use to convince your boss that this is the right thing for your company to do. And then lastly, of course, WA Docs. That's just going to be our general documentation. We've got a whole bunch of it. Let us know what you think. That's all I got for you. Please make sure you evaluate this session, as with all of your sessions. If you have any questions, we got a couple mics throughout the room here. You can step on up, and I've got about 5 minutes to answer those. But no, make sure you let us know how we did. I'm Zach on Analytics on Twitter. You can tweet me. Let us know what you think of the tool. The team back in Redmond loves to hear from you guys, so if you like what you're seeing, tell us to keep it coming. If you don't, come talk to me. Happy to have that discussion. We'd love to hear how we can make it better. So thank you guys for being here, and come see me if you have any questions.